Faking the handoff. Howell.
He'll buy some time right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And in for the Steelers touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now a man who's taken the reins with the Cowboys, it's Tony Pollard.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. 2nd and 9. Now Howell. That's complete to Pierce. Touchdown! Alec Pierce, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The 2nd down and 10 there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You look at this Steeler defense.
And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go out and get to that #1 spot.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Let's go now. 18, Pioneer.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Not open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. That's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Tony Pollard, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Steeler defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 4th down. Here's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down by a good couple of yards as they end up getting 6 there on 4th and 4. McCaffrey running up the middle. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now Wilson. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Wilson. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tony Pollard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. McPherson on for the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Steelers 27, Browns 7. And McPherson is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And it is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Wilson. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try to do it again.
115 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Panthers 60. Panthers.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And Howe will throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Howell going to go for it. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Wilson. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles. But that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second down and 10.
Here's second and 10.
60 Bobcat.
Howell down to throw it. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
19 target. Trap 60. Trap 60.
They'll go play action. Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Steelers send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. .40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. He hits his target, Lockett. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. Down the right sideline. Inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 69 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Back to throw. Howell. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Schultz. Second and goal from inside the 5. Howell changing the play here.
70 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. You've been here before. Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Alec Ingold from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession...
Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Wilson will throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
McCaffrey is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 40-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. George Kittle, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 134 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Howell. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 35. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Powell. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Off play action. It's Howell. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Another throw for Howell. Dancing to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Sam Howell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. McPherson now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Steelers 41, Browns 13. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
Howell going to audible to something else. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
2nd and 10.
60 Eagles, go!
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing here, Howell. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And now here's another interception. Julian Love picks it.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the...
And my goodness, another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25.
Run it, run it, run it.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And quickly, they get to the line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got some room to operate. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Here's Howell. Flush to his right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Alec Pierce with his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers continue to pour it on here in the fourth. And McPherson on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Wilson. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. They go play action now. Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. There he goes right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's pretty rare that you see a ball game decided by this wide of a margin, and now it gets, Charles, even wider after that pick 6. They've done everything right on that sideline.
I think we can safely say that not only is the scoreboard, right, the gap big there, now everyone's just looking for stat padding, right? Do I get a chance to make a big play? Can I get a takeaway? Can I go ahead and put the ball in the end zone? That's what these guys are all talking to each other about now with a lead this big.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
146 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second down and 3.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's Pollard again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Pittsburgh, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the